you want to lose weight? Do you want to really change how you look, but you want to do it quickly? Well, in today's video, I'm going to give you some tips on how you can lose weight, but also why I'm saying don't do it for Valentine's Day. So hi, I'm Vanessa McLennan, and I talk about all things on weight loss, poor eating habits, emotional and intuitive eating. I'm a clinical hypnotherapist, and what I do is help you get to the root cause of your eating so that you can change the way that you eat forever and ditch that diet. So keep watching so I can go through some tips for you on how you can lose weight, and not just for Valentine's Day. Diets don't work. Well, they don't work in the long term. And why is that? Well, because diets can be so restrictive and prescriptive. You've got to change, your whole way of eating around this sort of set of rules of a diet. So you perhaps got to change what you eat for breakfast, for lunch, for snacks, for drinks, for dinner. And that can be really overwhelming, to think about this huge, massive change. And because then they require, such a change, or they're so restrictive, like for instance, you've just got to eat, cabbages for a certain period of time. That is, that really brings up a lot of inner turmoil, because it's just such an overwhelming change. So hence, they rely on, willpower alone to just keep you so focused on this one thing. That is just not sustainable. It's just so difficult, and especially, if you're not used to doing any type of fasting or dieting at all, it's just life has its ups and downs. Life has its challenges, its good points, its high points. It also, we have events, we have different things going on in our lives, different challenges. And that's what diets don't take into account. It's just following this routine on and on and on, but we won't take into account your emotions or just your general life. And so hence, that isn't sustainable in the long run, because what you're not doing is you're not learning to revolve your eating and to modify your eating around your emotions and your life. Instead, it's having to overhaul your life around this outside set of rules, which is just never going to work. Well, in the long term anyway. However, when we have a special, event coming up, a special day, we might want to just go, I do want to just lose a tiny bit of weight because I want to feel good, I want to feel zingy, alive. So there are some things that you can do to lose that weight quickly, but I'm going to stress, it is for the short term. So hence, that's why I'm saying not just for Valentine's Day. You want to look at a diet for the long term. But here are some tips that you can do for the short term. So tip 1 is intermittent fasting. You might think, what is this? So many people have fasted before. You might have heard of 5-2 diet or 16-8. So I personally do a 16-8. That is where I eat for 8 hours and I fast for those 16 hours. So during those 16 hours, I do drink water and I do drink chamomile tea. You can drink teas and coffees, but not with the milk. So the idea is that you're drinking liquids, but there are no calories to it. So the idea behind fasting is that you are giving your digestive system a rest, right? It doesn't have to work at processing food. When then we don't have that food and those carbohydrates to, energize our body then takes its energy from our fat reserves. So hence, it's then pulling out those toxins and it's eating up our fat cells to give us energy. So we are going to lose weight. All the time while doing fasting, if you've never fasted before, I really recommend reading more about it, but also really listening to your body, okay? And going by, if you really, really are hungry, then do eat. All right, so but 16 hours, 8 hours eat is totally healthy. Tip 2 is mono eating. So what this means is you are eating just one food for a certain period of time. So for instance, I ate grapes for 3 days. So this is part of a cleanse, all right? So the whole idea behind doing mono eating is that your body just has one food to focus on, okay? And that food does not need to be pizza or crisps. It's got to be really, really healthy for you. So some people choose grapes, some people choose bananas, some people just choose oranges or lemons. All right, so again, it's more about a cleanse. It's more about cleansing, detoxing your body so that your body doesn't have to work really hard at breaking down different types of foods. It uses the positive qualities, all the vitamins and nutrients from that one food to help cleanse, and it's about cleansing your gut as well. So because of that, again, your body doesn't have to do much work in cleansing down. It's going to dip into its fat reserves and it's going to dip into those toxins to help release. So hence, again, you're going to lose weight. Again, listen to your body so that you are doing it safely. Tip 3, cut out all processed food. So that is anything, any food that has gone through a process for you to be able to eat. So any food that's processed are things like crisps, bread, like anything in a packet or anything in a jar. If you can pick it from the ground or pick it from a tree, for instance, or you can plant it, so like seeds, it is a raw, natural, healthy food. So these raw, natural, healthy whole foods, as they're called, are fantastic for you in giving you fibre and then again really helping you cleanse out your body. Any processed food is just going to be stodgy. Your body is going to have to work really hard to break it down. It's going to sit there in your gut. And if it's sitting there in your gut, your body is just going to put it on as fat. So I really notice a difference. If I start eating processed food, I cut it out completely, that I do just look that little bit slimmer. So cut out all processed foods. That includes sugary drinks as well, and that also includes, if you're doing it for quickly, alcohol, because that's all processed and just adding sugars and weight to your body. So there are some quick tips for you. I am though all about losing weight healthy, safely and enjoyable in the long term. Changing our bodies, changing ourselves is a fun, enjoyable journey, and it's also about cleansing, and it's about detoxing, it's about being as healthy as we can be. So enjoy those safe tips, but also look at the bigger picture and look at the long term. So if you like what I've got to say, comment below on what you're going to try. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Click the bell to be notified of my next video, which I bring out every single Thursday. Thank you very much and see you next week.